Hello friends, today I want to talk about drawing people, which can be challenging even for adults. So I'm going to give you a few strategies for drawing simple people. The first thing I want to talk about is just developmentally. Those of you who might remember when you were younger, one of my very first memories is drawing something that looks like this. So you have a head, and then you have arms, and then you have legs. And sort of universally, the first pictures of people we draw look like this. And I remember as a young child showing this to my mom, and my mom saying, "Where's the body?" And I was like, "What?" Oh yeah, I have a body. But that's sort of natural that our first drawings kind of look like that. So maybe you still draw people like that. I don't know. But today we're going to think about the whole person. And then the second way, oftentimes, and I know a lot of you like to draw this way, and some of you actually can get a lot of expression drawing people that, you have the head, and then the body is just a line, and then you have your arms, and then you have your legs, and a little line for a foot, and maybe a little line for hands. All right, so, and that's fine to kind of start off that way. So if you're somebody that draws stick people like that, an easy way to start moving towards a more realistic looking human would be to add some shapes in there. So I can add in a little shape for the body, and then just sort of give that arm some thickness. All right, so instead of it just being a line, turn it into a shape. Okay, instead of just a line for the neck, give it a shape. Okay, same thing with the legs. Add another line there, give it some shape. Alright, and our little figure is happy. They have a more realistic body. And then I'm just going to get a marker and give this little person a green t-shirt. Some pants. All right, so now it's starting to look like a person. It's not just a stick figure, but it started off as a stick figure. Okay, so there's the first technique for drawing a person. And then, you can add some details to their clothes or whatever. All right, so another technique or strategy for drawing a person, particularly if the person, they're just standing there and maybe they're in the background or something, they're not showing a lot of movement, is to do what I call the rainbow person. So let me get back to my little black pen. So to do the rainbow person, you're going to do a big rainbow shape like this, okay? And then after you do the big rainbow shape, draw a couple lines coming down like this, all right, and then a line down here, all right, and then suddenly you have something that looks like a person standing. And maybe they're a soldier, they're standing so straight and tall, but you get the idea. Okay, so this would be just a very quick way to draw lots of people, but of course using that rainbow shape, their arms are at their side, but it's a good kind of starting point. And then if you wanted to erase one of those arms and have that arm doing something else, of course you could do that. Okay, so that's just again really quickly another technique for drawing a human figure. Maybe they're waving at us. Hello. Or maybe they have something in their hand. I don't know. Anyway, so that's another technique. So the third technique is what I like to call the sausage people. So what does that mean? So if you think about each section of your body, okay, like my arm here, this right here would be one sausage. This would be like a little sausage. I can even make little sausages for my hands. This right here would be another sausage. I have a big sausage here for my body, and so on. So sausage people is a good way, and you want to do, if you're drawing along with me or you're trying this after watching this, use a pencil, because as you can see, my little figures here, you know, they're not perfect. You're going to need to do some erasing and refining and you know, working on those details to make them look better. So what we're doing is just kind of a starting point, so you're not feeling overwhelmed with attempting to draw a figure. Okay, so sausage people. So a sausage person, you would start with sort of an oval like this, and then you would have an oval here, and then you would have an oval here. Okay, we've got my sausage arm here. Now the nice thing about sausage people, you can put them in any position. So you could put an arm here, and then we have little sausage hands. You can do sausage fingers, and so on. So you have sort of a little sausage link here up to the elbow, sausage link here, and again some sausage fingers. Okay, we have a little sausage here for your hips, and then we have some sausage legs. Sausage here, and a sausage here, a little sausage for the knee, and another sausage here, sort of running out of room. Maybe this person's running, so the other sausage is back here, and so on. And so you can get a lot more expression with a sausage person than, say, with a rainbow person, but sausage person is going to need a little more erasing and work to make it look more like an actual person. So let's give sausage person some erasing, and then you can add some clothing and, you know, have them doing whatever it is you imagine that they are doing. And then again, I am noticing on mine, I'm going to fix up this arm. It's a little bit too thick. So you also want to look at the proportions. Like for my little person, you don't want the arms to be thicker than the legs. So again, whatever way you're going to get started, there's nothing wrong with fixing up whatever it is you're doing as you're looking and continuing. So I'm going to make the legs a little bit thicker and the arms a little bit skinnier, because on an actual human, the legs are going to be thicker. Your arm and your thigh, when you put them together, for most of us, our thigh is thicker. And then of course you can go in, and again, I'm going to give this one some shorts. Maybe this guy's, I don't know, playing tennis. I'll give him let's erase out. Turn the fingers so it looks like they're, oops. So it looks like they're wrapped around something. And that something is going to be not the best tennis racket, I have to admit, but you get the idea. All right, so I am just kind of doing what we would call a rough sketch here. And I would need to go back and adjust, like maybe here. So start to give it a little more realism. And yours doesn't have to be real, but you get the idea. So I'm going to add, maybe some socks, maybe some shoes. And it starts to look more like a human figure and not a bunch of sausages all stuck together. So that's just a quick tutorial on drawing the human figure, adding people to your artwork, and not being afraid to do that. Again, start simple, then go in and fix it up and add the details and make it look the way you want it to look. So don't be intimidated when your sausage person looks a little weird in the beginning. As you work on it, it will improve, and as you practice, of course, your drawing skills will improve. So as always, have fun and explore, enjoy, and try drawing some human figures using one of these techniques. Goodbye.